Hmm. I'm thinking of maybe getting a green screen for the back of here so that I could project something, not project, edit something in. It's Wednesday. It is midweek. It's been a great week so far. I sort of had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about today, and then when I sat down to actually do it, I got a bit nervous and forgot everything. But what I did want to mention is I'm finding these videos very self-motivating lately, and I find that when I sit down and speak to a camera that could potentially be seen by somebody else, it makes me want to do more stuff and be consistent with the things that I've said that I want to do. Like going to the gym, strumming the guitar. I didn't get to play with it yesterday because I was working. But that's a good reason, I think. Part of my plan this year is to pay off a little bit of well, not a little bit, pay off all of my credit cards and close those accounts. So from now on, I only spend the money I have, not money I've borrowed. I got the credit card a couple of years ago when I moved into this flat because we had to have we didn't have to. We chose to have central heating put in, and it cost about $3,000. So I got a 0% finance card to pay for that. And it hasn't been. I haven't been consistently paying it off. I've been paying the minimum payments, but not clearing the debt. So that's the plan for this year: clear the debt, become debt free, and then become a millionaire from delivering pizzas. Because that's how you do it. So yeah, I find these videos very self-motivational, and perhaps maybe a little motivational for other people. I would like to see myself in that position a little bit. There's a saying that you teach what you have to learn, and I think it's very valid. I think if you sit down or if you speak to people who are having predicaments and maybe you're good at giving advice. I've always been quite good at giving advice, I think. It tends to be advice that you could probably do with taking yourself. So at the moment, I'm sort of trying to steer people in good directions for like diet and nutrition, what I've learned over the past couple of years, which, research is showing that saturated fat is actually good for us. If you get organic grass-fed butter, you can eat it because it's good for you. Coconut oil is good for you. You don't need to take the skin off chicken if you eat chicken. Just try to get good quality chicken that isn't laden with hormones, which I'm still struggling to do because I can't quite afford the organic meat deliveries yet. But yeah, teach what you have to learn. I think it's important to, I don't know, I just find these videos a bit self-reflective and I enjoy them. I like using my equipment and I don't have an excuse to use it much at the moment. The podcast with John and Jess has been up and down lately because of Christmas and people have been busy doing other things. So, this microphone, I bought it years and years ago when I started making YouTube videos playing Call of Duty online. And I don't know, I like using it. I like having this little setup. It makes me feel important, which I'm absolutely not. Something funny happened in work last night. If you know me, you know that I'm a big believer in like universal. I wouldn't call it coincidence. I would call it. I believe we create situations. It's a very big subject that I can't go into 100% right now. But basically, yesterday I was driving down a street in Barry that I drive down quite a lot, and I was thinking, I wonder if I'll be delivering any pizzas here tonight. I haven't been here in a while I'm working for Domino's, and the thought came to mind. And then I forgot about it, went about my day, and then went to work in the evening. And then there was about like 4 or 5 drivers waiting for their deliveries to be ready to take out. And the woman in front of me said, I'm not really feeling very well. So the manager was like, do you want to go home? And she said yes. And then everybody had to change the deliveries they had lined up and give each other the delivery notes. So we went down the line. You understand what I mean? And it turned out that I got the delivery sticker for the street that I was on earlier and thought, I wonder if I'll come here tonight. So it was odd that it wasn't just like I got given that in my regular delivery, the routine, but the universe sort of had to like conspire to move this person out of the way and that person out of the way, and I ended up delivering. And it's not a huge big thing. It's not like I won the lottery. I just found it very interesting that I had the thought earlier in the day, and then in the night the thought came into fruition. And I do believe thoughts create things. I think even as far as just having a positive attitude creates a better day for yourself. And I've got specific examples of when things at least appear to have come into my experience directly from my thinking about them, but also then the generality of just try and be positive. Good things happen to people who are sending out good vibes, that sort of thing. But I thought that was a bit interesting. Another thing, there's a guy I follow on Instagram called Tate Fletcher. He's also got a podcast called Pirate Life Radio, which is worth a listen if you're interested in self-improvement and stuff like that. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, he wrote a big thing on Instagram, which I'm not going to read actually because it sounds a bit weird now. But essentially, I don't know, just be the best you can be, isn't it? I'm trying to be the best I can be, and I fail every day at something. But it's those little failures that get you success. Is there maybe I'll start a new show called Sayings, because I like saying that there's a saying that someone said once. But there is another saying that someone said once, which it went something like success is just standing on top of a pile of failures or something like that. And God knows that's been my life. Anyway, I'm going to drink this and then go and do some exercise and then make a smoothie and then go to work. And I don't think there was anything else I wanted to mention today. I don't know. I'm tempted to try and get a capture card again for the PlayStation because I don't really play games anymore. But when I think back, I really had a good time when I was doing it and I was recording the gameplays and uploading them to YouTube. It was around the time where Call of Duty gameplays started getting popular, and I got about 1,000 and just over 1,000 subscribers in a relatively short amount of time. And I just think if I'd continued with it and I'd developed like an online persona, I could probably be quite successful now, but I just quit. I just didn't do it. The same happened with my rap career. When I was like 18, 19, 20, I started rapping and making music, and it wasn't very good music and I wasn't a very good rapper, but I was alright. And I think if I'd stuck with it, I probably could have been making, I don't know, just making something at least. And I think the problem I had with a lot of stuff like that was that it wasn't perfect, and I wasn't putting out what I considered perfectly sounding music or perfect gameplays and stuff like that. But now I just think, just have a laugh, just mess around. I've got GarageBand, I've got a keyboard, I've got a guitar I can't play, and I can't play any of it. But just have a laugh. I enjoy writing funny little songs. I've written a few for people and never like recorded them or given them to anyone. So I think I'm gonna start playing around with music again and considering buying a capture card to play computer games again, because I think it would be fun, particularly with Jess. Jess has always expressed an interest in stuff like this, and whenever I have played games with her, it's been hilarious. So maybe I'll look into that. Anyway, this video is called Rambling and Ramble. I did have a wonderful Wednesday. This Saturday I'm going to see Mos Def in Bristol, which was a last minute decision that happened the other day, but it's good because I've never seen Mos Def and I really like Mos Def. And tomorrow we're supposed to be going out for dinner with Laurie, Rami and Matthias, but I don't think Rami can make it, so we'll see. Anywho, bye.